Hey everybody, welcome to Things Are Getting Sketchy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles night again. Having a little bit of issue getting Mike into the live stream, so I'm going to step out for a quick moment, take care of that, but I'll leave everybody in capable hands with Rob to do all the introductions and take everything around, Rob.
I don't know how capable my hands are, but while we wait for the guy that everybody knows, we got Chris Vance back tonight.
How's it going?
What are you drawing tonight, Chris? Looks like a Usagi.
Yeah, Usagi tonight.
Nice. And we got first-time tags participant, artist, Stephen King, the artist.
What up, guys?
Yeah, looks like he's doing a Casey Jones piece that I can't bid on. And then last but certainly not least, I think most of y'all know Mateus Santolouco.
Whatever.
All the way from Brazil joining us tonight.
Yeah.
Stefan is working on getting Mike in here. Like I said, I think he's a little scared of a semi-rematch against Vance and Santos, so he's taking his time to show up. He's trying. He thinks that because he won the belt, he can show up late now. So, what are you drawing tonight, Mateus?
Dark Leo.
Oh, nice. Nice. That's a character that's kind of close to your heart, right?
Yeah, I'm really glad that he's coming back to the ongoing books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I noticed you're doing got a few Armageddon game covers that you got coming up, and they just revealed that the Lost Years cover from Max Auction House.
oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a beautiful cover, man.
Thanks, man.
Were you doing any other Lost Years covers that you can tell us about?
I just delivered one for Technical 10,
Okay.
and came out very nice.
Nice.
But for last year, so far, will be these two. One for Mac and one for Technical 10.
For sure. So, Steven,
Yes.
so how did you get into drawing turtles?
I grew up in Boston. Time of Turtle Mania hit. Just like everybody else, I kind of got bit with it and stayed with it and moved around as an Army kid and just stuck with being a giant turtle fan. I got out of comics and everything and art after high school, but I got back into it actually from my oldest daughter. Well, she was only 3 at the time when the 20K 2012 series came out on Nickelodeon, and she started watching it, and she said something to me about the turtles, and I said, I can draw those, no problem, and she said I couldn't, so I had to bust out the old art sketchbook and do some art, and I kind of got bit with it again.
So it all started out a dare from your child.
Pretty much, basically. So it's kind of just like exacerbated into it, and then that's one of the main things. When I was at GraniteCon, I made sure that both my kids came with me, just because the oldest one was basically responsible for it. So
Right. That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
So, who's your favorite character to draw?
I'd probably have to go with Raphael. I mean, it's my favorite turtle, so him or Leonardo probably.
For sure.
So,
Santo, who's your favorite turtle?
I don't think I have a favorite one. It changes from time to time, you know. Like, if I'm playing the video games, I'll always go with Donatello. Bigger range, you know, makes it easier. But when I was drawing the books, there were times that were like I was like enjoying more to draw Michelangelo. There were times I was enjoying more to draw Leonardo. It depends. I guess if the stories go if the story goes to somewhere with the character, I start enjoying to draw them more. But yeah, I like them all. When I growing up, Raphael was not my favorite. I can tell you that.
Right.
Basically because it was so bad to play with him on the arcade.
Oh, so you got into turtles from the video games?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you played that new one yet?
Yeah.
I just got it.
I love it. Yeah, it's a beautiful game, man.
Yeah, it's real. It reminds me a lot of the older games, but with better graphics.
Yeah.
And now you can play as Casey and Splinter, so something I always wanted out of the old games.
So you love that, right, Grove? Playing as Casey?
Oh yeah. Well, I only just unlocked him today.
Nice.
I played a couple levels with him. I'm like, yep. Can't wait to jump into multiplayer and play with other people.
I'm glad they added more characters to that to play with.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't played with April or Splinter, but you have to run it through with everybody in order to get the achievements. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping for DLC, just so there's more replayability, but we'll see. Let's see here.
You haven't played it. You haven't teamed up with anyone to play this?
No, I've only played it solo.
It's mayhem. It's mayhem.
I heard you can you play with 6 people?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's insane.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'm sure there's a bunch of people I know that have the game by now. So. Yeah, it looks like audio on the video feed on the actual stream is on delay. Yeah, the audio and the video's on a delay. So. Okay. Let me hit up Stefan real quick. Okay, looks like you guys are sitting. Is the audio fixed yet, guys? People in the audience, are we getting audio? Seems like everything's on delay. I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Stefan, can you hear me? I guess not. It's his own little world trying to help Mike. Audio sucks again. I don't know. I just can't hear us.
I can hear it. I can hear it just fine at the moment.
Yeah, they said we have audio, but apparently it's staticky. And the video's definitely on a delay because I'm watching a video on Facebook, but I'm also seeing it later. I have no idea. Oh, you're doing Casey and Raph tonight?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Nice. The best team up. I
What,
love those guys together, man.
What size pieces is everybody working on tonight?
Yeah, 9x12 again.
Yeah, same here.
11x17.
Oh, taking the Mike Rooth route.
You guys showing us up.
I actually was chatting with him the other day and was discussing sizes, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
Well, you were discussing sizes.
This isn't family friendly, it's alright.
I'm going to go with the big size like I always like to work on, so.
That's good, man.
Oh, no, Tim, that's not a Ducks jersey. That's not a Ducks jersey. It's a Casey Jones jersey.
It's definitely not a Penguin jersey.
Oh, you won't catch me in a Penguin jersey. Not in a million years. I'm not like Randy who loses a bet and has to get a Blackhawks tattoo.
Wow. That's fate, though. Putting it on.
So I'm sure the weather in Brazil is nice, but how's the winter weather hitting you and Vance, Steve?
We had some snow today, but not too bad. It's just cold. So.
Yeah, it's just cold here in Maryland. It's not horribly cold yet. No snow. Thank God. I hate the snow here.
Yeah.
We are in the beginning of the summer here, so it's hot.
any of you guys working that you can tell us about? I know, Vance, you were talking about how Dragonfly is just about ready to come out.
That's done. That's already drawn and everything. And I'm more or less just waiting for Wes to get the prints and the copy so we can send everything off. We had some stuff at Grant that he had, I guess, some like early prints
Okay.
of some other covers, not the main cover, but yeah, just a few of those to show up at Granite. Yeah,
For sure.
but yeah, that was a lot of fun to work on. I'm excited to do more of it. It's kind of crazy and a bit intimidating to have to go and take over what Jim Lawson created.
Right. Some tough shoes to fill.
Exactly. Yeah. But he's one of those guys that I grew up reading, and
So, would you say Lawson is your favorite of the original Mirage artists? Wait, did we lose Vance?
I think so.
Okay. So, what about you, Steven? Who's your favorite of the Turtles artists?
I mean, obviously, I grew up with Kevin and Pete, and then Jim was a really big influence on my art style. And probably Jim's probably the biggest one right now. Like, I still like tend to like strive to emulate the Mirage style, and those guys like Jim and Kevin and Pete were like the main ones. And like, not to take away from any like AC Farley and all them, but it was like Jim's the one who did like every single issue. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's just probably Jim and then Kevin would be
Listen,
my
man,
two top.
when I ask you who your favorite TMNT artist is, and we have a TMNT artist in the room, you're supposed to say them.
I'm sorry, Mateus.
No, you asked about the Mirage days, man. You know?
Yeah.
So, who of the original Mirage days, who do you think your favorite would be? Mateus?
Actually, I didn't have the chance to see many of those. They were not published here in Brazil.
Oh, for sure.
So I know, of course, I know the most. I mean, Jim Lawson, but I can't really like put them in a timeline who drew each issue or
Oh,
anything
right.
like that.
For sure.
I have like just like this a broad notion of everything, but I don't know the details, you know.
Right.
So I don't know, but I really like Eric Talbot, but I'm not sure he was one of the right guys, to be honest. And it's weird, like the originals, the first Kevin and Peter books, I've only had the chance to read like after I was already working in the Turtle Club for about 1 or 2 years, and then I got the chance to actually read the books before, but I never had the chance to read them before. So yeah, Turtles for me are video games, cartoons, and movies. The comics are, this is recent thing.
Yeah, we lost you for a few. Oh, right. For sure. Oh, yeah. Looks like we lost video for you, Vance. I can I can see you. I can see you in here, but I can't see you on the stream. Randy's telling me that the audio is terrible. He's like, stop talking. So I don't know what is exactly going on. Yeah, I'm just gonna let people watch you draw for a few because apparently the audio is unbearable until we can get stuff into work on that. No, for some reason you're not up here either. You can try. Okay, because that happened last week too, right? Yeah, I never realized how delayed the video is for the feed until today. Okay, so we got you back in here, but we don't have you on the stream. Okay. Yeah. In here? Oh, I already told him. I said we're going to restart. Yep. We're going to reboot here, guys, and we're going to restart the stream. We still don't have Vance. There we go.
Did show up. Oh, I see it in the live.
How's the audio, guys? All right, cool. Good call. Any luck getting Mike in? For sure. Yeah, Randy messaged me and was like, "Bro, shut up." And I was like, "Well, it's either this or dead air, man." Everybody was hoping that if we rebooted the stream, that we'd come back and the pieces would all magically be finished. Right. Yeah. But like I was saying, I never realized how delayed the video feed is until now. There we go. Can you guys zoom in a little bit on your pieces? People are asking for a little bit of close-ups. Oh yeah, for sure. Usagi Yojimbo. Oh, nice. You got little. You got the Instagrams up there too. That's sweet. I feel like I'm watching the news. Who's running the teleprompter? Yeah, that looks great, Steve. So, other than turtles, what characters do you guys like to draw more? Let's go. Let's start with Vance.
Say what other characters do we like?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you like to draw other than turtle stuff?
I like Marvel stuff. Nightcrawler is my favorite. He's fun to draw. Spider-Man's always fun to draw. Every once in a while, I'll do like a character like Invincible or something.
For sure. What about you, Steve?
Probably Batman and some of the DC stuff. I mean, it just depends on my mood. Like don't really have a lot of time to just free draw with work,
Right.
especially now with it being peak season.
Oh yeah.
So like, if I'm drawing anything, it's usually I'm just working on something I wanted to like do. Like I have a couple things I was working on turtle wise just for the hell of it, and so I'll try to do that. And but like Batman's always been a favorite of mine. Obviously, like
Right.
anybody who grew up in like the late '90s, you know, it was Batman and Superman because that was the height when like they killed him and they broke Batman's back. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that was they were the whole Nightfall storyline, and then the early
Yeah.
90s was all the animated series and the Keaton films, so it was all that was Batman mania back then.
Oh yeah.
But like, I
That-
mean,
that
you killed that Dark Claw you did for me at Granite, so
I appreciate it, man. Like I remember buying that comic when I was a kid and being able to like actually like try to draw it was like something else.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun to do it.
What about you, Mateus?
I don't know about drawing. Uh, is there an echo on my audio?
I can still hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I'm
sounds
not.
fine.
I'm not getting an echo.
So I don't know about drawing, but I really like Spider-Man and the Hulk. I'm more of a Marvel guy.
Okay. Okay. If you were to work on a Marvel book, would Spider-Man be the one Marvel book that you would want to work on?
I think Hulk,
Okay.
the Incredible Hulk. Spider-Man it looks like a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, your style on Hulk would be amazing. That'd be awesome to see.
But I did draw a lot of Hellboys. I
Right.
really like Hellboy. The design is Mignola is a genius.
Yeah.
Mignola.
I like a lot of his like non-Hellboy covers because he's kind of got that certain style that it fits Hellboy so much that when you see it done on another cover, it's almost jarring at first. Like he did those Masters of the Universe covers, and when I first saw him, I mean, you know his style right away. You know Mignola's
Yeah.
style right away, and I was like, well, this is you look at it a little more, and there's so many little details and everything.
Yeah, his sketches during the pandemic were amazing. He was doing like everything from Pokemon to the Flintstones, and that was really fun to watch.
So all three of you were at Granite this year. Steven, was that your first time there, Mateus?
Yep.
What did you think?
Oh, it was great. It was fun to see that Granite is like the secret TMT convention, you know?
All right, yeah. Yeah. That's the funny thing about it is that it is kind of a low key Turtles convention, but it's like the biggest Turtles convention. You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. I was always wondering why. Like, I mean, obviously, popularity of the Turtles has waned in the last 10 years, and it's coming back because of Ronin. But like, there was never literally a definitive Turtles con in the last 20 years. They did kind of those cons in Massachusetts and on the East Coast and stuff, but there hasn't been. I mean, you got PowerCon for Masters of the Universe and stuff like that, but you don't have a Turtles con, which is why Granite is cool because that's basically what it is. It's a con for mostly Turtles fans.
Yeah. I heard that they are going to do Batman team on the next year.
They're doing
It'll be
what?
all about that. It will be all about Batman next year.
Oh, okay. That'll be interesting.
So they want to bring Capullo and all these guys.
Right.
It's getting hard to talk because my voice is coming back in my ears.
Oh, you're getting an echo? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got feet.
I don't know. Mateus, do you have the webpage open? I'm just wondering if you have both links open. Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No, I'm good.
Fix that man's audio for him. So no luck with Mike, Stefan? For sure. Mike rage quit.
He got 21 at the half.
That's funny. It's one thing I don't miss about the radio days, Stefan, is having someone else run the board for me. Everybody's like, fix the audio, fix the video. And I'm like, I have no control over any of this. Yep. You try turning it off and turning it on again. Take the computer out to a field and
Office space it like the printer.
Yeah. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Yes.
That movie still holds up. Surprised to hear you say that, Stefan. I thought you hated movies of all kinds. If they have Kurt Russell in them, right?
Like overboard.
If anybody needed to be pushed overboard, it was those screaming kids. I wanted
Yes.
all of them to die before the second act started. Yeah, Randy, I was running mute in the background trying to get stuff set up with Mike, but fucking hell. I'll be right back.
All right. So it seems like con season's kind of wrapping up for the year. At least up this way. You said you're just starting summer there, Mateus?
Yep.
You got any conventions down there that you're appearing at?
Yes, there will be one in a couple weeks from now. It is called CCXP, Comic Con Experience. It's in São Paulo. Is the biggest show here in Brazil. and Ken Reeves will be there. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah, so I'm going to be there. I'm not going to have a table or anything like that when I'm
Right.
doing a panel. Yeah, it will be nice just to see the friends and peers.
Right. Well, that's half of what cons are these days, man. There's so many cons that have been taken over by like celebrities and stuff that
Yep.
there's not a whole lot of comic art stuff nowadays, which is why I liked Granite because it was more comic focused.
For sure.
Holy crap, it's Mike Rooth. Good call. We were starting to think you were shook because Vance and Mateus had come back. Like he doesn't want to defend the belt. I told Stefan that if you like when we first started and you were having issues, I was like, tell Mike that if he doesn't show up in 5 minutes, we're stripping him of the belt. I mean, you got to take the good with the bad, man. You had a pretty good morning. What it sold out in like half an hour, right?
I,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I
Hang on a sec, Mike.
yeah, Mike.
People
Yeah,
are saying
we
they
can't
hear you.
Hang on.
We can hear you, but people in the stream are saying they can't hear you. Well, they got a half an hour head start, man. Nice.
Everybody else can keep talking, so I make sure I can hear things.
Yeah. I mean, I have the stream muted, obviously, so don't get a feedback loop, but I have no idea. It's one issue after another. I mean, I blame the guy living in Florida. It's funny. I was talking to Steven earlier, since this is his first tags, and he was asking like, can we go in with stuff pre-prepped? And I was like, in the early days of tags, Mike got a lot of shit for that. Yeah, I just tell all the new guys, I was like, the only thing you really can't prep for is coasters because it's all improv, but
The question is, are you using like somebody's bones to draw with tonight, or some dead flowers?
That was my
what's
question.
the tools tonight?
Flower
Oh, there we
action
go.
happening here. This paper's pretty good. I might let's see here. I'm throwing quite a shadow though. Let me see if I can fix that.
Yeah, I never realized how bad the lighting is in this room until tonight. So,
the light in my studio is horrible. We live in a pretty out of date building, and the wiring in here is pretty limited. So we don't have a whole lot of light sources at night. We get great daylight all day, but when the night time comes, it is not always the right time for working. I've had to work by candlelight for sure.
I've seen those pictures.
just for additional light, you know.
I mean, you've had a couple instances recently where you've lost power.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we're getting some pretty heavy weather right now around here. So
You got a lot of snow?
we're not getting a lot of snow, but all around us is getting buried in snow. It's been bananas actually. Where my parents are, kind of in Niagara, they're getting quite a lot. And the border, like we're near Buffalo, they always get hammered by winter, but it's looking particularly bad. Like I think everyone's going to wake up to like 40 inches of snow tomorrow.
Well, that's the thing with Buffalo. The snow is so bad there that they moved the football game to Detroit.
Yeah.
Isn't that punishment though?
What, having people from Ohio here? Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. Like you got people like Bill.
Is he watching?
That big shadow from? Oh, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, that's your toss-up. You either get the Bills Mafia or you get the Bills from Ohio.
Old Bill's good though. I mean, that's the good Bill.
Yeah. I mean, they're both good Bills. It's just, you know.
Yeah, they're good guys.
Yeah.
Mike, you met the Bills at Granite, right?
I did meet the Bills at Granite. Yeah. An excellent pair of Bills they are indeed. Yeah, awesome guy. Everyone I met at Granite was awesome, man. That was just the best. It was like the best time. It was a lot of fun. Can't wait for next year already.
Mateus, can you pull your piece up a little bit?
All right, let's see what I'm gonna draw.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. All right. I apologize. I'm not better prepared. I wanted to come in here and do something crazy and epic, but it's been a day. It's been I'm still kind of reeling. I kind of wanted to have a big nap after the launch. I was like, that was a lot of work that just came to a.
And then your phone went off for like an hour.
Oh, it was crazy, man. It's crazy, and I'm still moving sketchbooks. Like it's been a very rewarding experience. I do these every few years to remind myself that I don't really need an agent or anything like that. I've had agents before and stuff, and I've had some good experiences, but for the most part, I know that I can do my own business better, and I know.
I still think you need an intern.
Oh, I definitely need an intern. I need a full-time colorist. I need someone to like scan and tidy up all my work. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. You never. There's always that stuff that you forget about when you're doing a business that is so much of what makes the business run. And yeah, it's tough, man. It's the tougher part when all you want to do is draw. Tax season is like a living nightmare for everyone, but I think it's worse for artists sometimes. I don't know.
What size is that piece you're working with, Mike?
This is a big pad of paper. I think it's about 18 by 24. I'm just gonna tilt the camera up a little bit.
I told you guys, Mike's always got to come in and show everybody up. Like,
No,
You
no,
got the
not at
biggest
all.
piece of paper.
Honestly, I was looking for some cool like red paper or something like that, but I couldn't find any, and I had this big pad of what basically is like craft paper, kind of like a butcher's paper, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a try and see what I can do with it.
Nice.
Can anyone hear me out there?
Oh
Or
yeah,
no?
yeah, we got
Oh, we're
you.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. With all that, I need another drink. You guys are driving me to drink. So.
It's a good thing I'm doing all the talking. You know, it's so funny to see Stefan get up and walk away because I know all these people from the waist up, and I've never seen it. It was like meeting all you guys at Granite. It was like, oh, I've only ever seen these people from the waist up. So you've got Big Country next week, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. Yeah, Justin and Leanne have put a lot of work into it, and it's going to be a good time, man. Looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
I really wish I had been able to go. I mean,
Oh, for sure, dude. Yeah,
technically, I still have a ticket, but
yeah,
you know, with it being American Thanksgiving weekend, and
yeah, for sure.
trying to
That
get
is
a
a big
flight to Canada.
that is a big concern, man. Absolutely, and flights to the East Coast at this time of year, with the weather are iffy at best. That's just a fact. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, but yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I got a sketch battle with the great Tom Grummett, which is a thrill for me because Tom's a monster. You know, he's one of those guys. He's Canadian royalty as far as I'm concerned. He's drawn some pretty important comics, and I'm super honored to be able to have some fun sketching with him.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Randy's asking, what are you drawing with? What are you painting with?
Drawn with a dead black-eyed Susan flower.
There it is.
Because you couldn't find a rabbit's foot tonight or something.
I couldn't find a rabbit's foot. No, if I had one, maybe, but yeah, no, it's a dead flower. Mainly because I don't want to use pencils and erasers. I just want to have some more kind of fun with this, and just maybe I'll draw a couple of things tonight if I can. I know I lost some time on the front end of this show, but yeah.
I can't remember if you've talked about it before, but how did that all start? Just drawing with found objects.
The truth is, it's actually a very petty story. It's a story about petty jealousy and and righteous vengeance.
Go on.
Those are the best stories.
Yeah. I remember I went through this period of time when everyone was buying this fantastic drawing technology. They were buying like Cintiqs, and everyone had iPad Pros, and everyone had all these fantastic digital drawing systems. And I was jealous, because they were doing all this amazing shit with these things and effortless, edits and all kinds of cool stuff. Some of the cool advantages that only come with digital artwork in that way. And anyway, one day I was just like, yeah, you got a $5,000 Wacom tablet? Awesome. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to find a twig. And I'm going to come inside with a twig and I'm going to draw a Swamp Thing or something. And it's going to be awesome.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to match my twig versus your $85,000, cosmic powered drawing machine. So that's where it began for me, was just actually a petty revenge sort of thing.
That's great.
Basically. But and also it's just kind of fun. When I was teaching art years ago, teaching kids and teaching seniors how to draw, I would always employ different tools. The school I was at was a Well, it was just like a volunteer funded thing. It didn't have a lot of money for great supplies. They had some good stuff, but they didn't have enough brushes for all the kids. They didn't have, if you were teaching an inking class or something like that. So I would just bring in things like popsicle sticks and sharpen them, and you can do amazing things with a sharpened popsicle stick that you can't do with a brush. And, I remember you guys might remember the comic Slain. In the years before Simon Bisley drew it, there was a Mike McMahon who used to draw it, and he had this really bold barbarian ink style, and he would very often use things like sharpened sticks to draw with, and you get these really fantastic broad brushstroke lines. And so I always kind of used to think about that. And then I just once I started doing that, I started to just try to find weirder and weirder stuff to draw with, and challenge myself in that way. So that was good.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever drawn with?
The weirdest thing probably the most challenging thing I've ever drawn with was a half of a rotten pear that I drew a Rorschach with, and I used the pear halves as like a way to create a mirror stamp. I would basically cut this rotten pear in half and then dip both halves in ink and then stamp out some kind of Rorschach patterns to make the face, and it worked perfectly. It worked like a dream. And then I just dipped it in ink, and some of the juice from the rotten pear would mix with the ink, and that's how I got my washes and stuff. And it made for a pretty rad piece, actually.
Sounds like something I did in kindergarten with finger paints and half.
Yeah, man, absolutely. But the weirdest thing, they may be listening to the show if they are. Hello, Keith and Amy. Keith and Amy, my friends in Port Colborne, they have a comic shop called Freak Show Comics in Niagara Falls. And they had me do a drawing. I tabled with them one weekend at a show called Frightmare in the Falls. And they had me do a drawing of their cat as Smog the Dragon using a tiny miniature resin penis sculpture that was like it was like a fridge magnet, like the size of half a baby carrot, and it was a weird thing to draw with for sure, man. But it was fun. And you can probably find that drawing if you do hashtag still good for something on Instagram. You will probably find that drawing that I did with the phallus. little resin phallus.
Andrew Clark said, "Prisoners learned years ago what good a sharpened popsicle stick can be."
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm sure.
Mike's over here drawing with shanks.
What's that?
Said Mike's over here drawing with shanks.
Oh man, crazy. But it's fun. You can get kind of an expressive line sometimes. I especially like drawing with stuff like twigs and branches because you get like a nice flex. It's almost like a synthetic, brush pen nib or something like that. The kind that have a little bit of a flex and strength to them. It's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you again, one and all, for everyone who supported that launch today. I really wasn't expecting it to go quite like that. That was something else. And the books, I'll have the books in hand on Tuesday. So,
well, that was quick.
So the Erica banged the book all together for me, and it looks great. And I'm pretty excited about it. So I'll hopefully be able to mail a few of them out before I go to Big Country Expo next weekend. But certainly when I get back, I'll be able to handle the rest of that mailing.
I love the title too.
Oh, thanks, man.
The play on the TMNT. That was.
Well, I was trying to come up with something fun like that, and Erica and I were out for a walk, and I was just like, man, I want to come up with something cool that, like, I don't want to use any of the Turtle graphics. I don't want to riff too close to any of the existing Turtle logos or things like that. But it would be cool to kind of riff on the words, maybe, or the letters. So that was fun.
Yeah, I was bummed I missed out on that. I was torn, and next thing I know, it was 1:00, and I saw the post that everything had sold already. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, not surprising, but I was like, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Well, I was like, I woke up early. I set an alarm. I was sitting there killing time playing Shredder's Revenge, and I was like, I look up and it's like 12:05, and I'm like, oh shit!
Hey,
And I jumped
hey,
on.
sorry, real quick, Rob. Steve, can you pull your art
Yeah.
down or push your camera up? One of the two. You're kind of off screen. There you go. Cool.
I lost it for a second. I was watching it in the stream, and then I realized that I wasn't watching it in the stream and not in this video. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Give it a second. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you there, Rob.
Oh, it's all good. I mean, that's what it is. Tags is brought to you by Amtrak.
Shit. People come for the art, but they stay for the lack of professionalism.
So how are you guys all doing? Sorry, I missed the first half of this when you guys were introducing yourselves probably to everybody, but it's just awesome to have you guys all here.
Everybody went quiet, man.
I
How's
know.
everybody doing?
I'm wiping away the tears of joy from such a wonderful.
I think Stefan said about 5 words this whole broadcast.
Because I've been behind the scenes scrambling.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Those 5 words are, I'm trying to fix it now.
Stefan and Erica were trying to talk me off of the ledge. I was about to jump into the fires of Mordor and just say that's it, I'm done. But
Well, that's what I said. Stefan said you had to walk away, and I'm like, Mike rage quit.
oh yeah, no, it was more like I had to rage. I was aware of where I was at with my rage, and I had to just take some time to breathe,
Just
and
woosah.
and that's all it was, really. So
Woosah. Remember your pressure points.
that's it.
I wasn't too worried. I figure if I can get Carl on here, I can get you on here.
See, that's a
Man,
name I
I
haven't
miss
heard in
Carl.
forever. I haven't seen Carl in forever.
I miss Carl, man. I really, really do. I love that guy, and I miss seeing his drawings, and I miss sparring with him on this show, man. He's just awesome.
Well,
He is an absolute beast. He is an unbelievable artist, and
well, he did the smart thing and got off Facebook, and he's been
Yeah.
very, very productive since.
well, that's the thing.
Yeah, and he ignored the email or didn't see it or whatever about the sign up on the tags list.
Oh yes,
So by the time he got to it, it was quite populated. So he did squeeze some things in the first of the year. So he'll be back with us.
Jason Flowers said the same thing to me the other day. I was watching his live stream, and I was asking about tags, and he's like, by the time I saw the email, it was all full for the most part.
oh yeah, man, it filled up super quick. Hey, that was wild. Yeah,
Yeah, you swear we were selling your sketchbook.
yeah. Oh man.
Yes, that is Dark Leo that's being drawn there. Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
who's on Dark Leo? Who?
Oh, Santolouco. Mateus is drawing Dark Leo.
Oh yeah.
I had a couple people ask in the chat there.
That's awesome.
Now, Mateus, you predominantly do art, but you've written a lot of like prolific turtle storylines, like Secret History of the Foot and stuff like that. How did you get into the writing side of things?
Well, I guess it's looking back to me, my audio is hard to talk.
Remember, he's hearing himself loop back through.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I've always been interested in not only drawing but also creating stories and all that. So growing up, doing my own comics just for fun, I was always paying attention to that side of the crafts as well, you know.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's just something that came naturally, you know.
Right.
The, when Bobby first contacted me to work with the turtles, I told him right away, look, I want to draw as I want to write as well. I know you're looking for an artist here, but I can write as well. So yeah,
That's fantastic.
that's how it goes.
Hell yeah.
And I feel that I'm not sure the guys can tell me, but it feels like it's like that for it for all of us, you know. You start drawing, but you also want to tell stories,
Yeah.
and sometimes you feel that you're not capable of writing a proper story, so sometimes you try to find a writer to work with you, but
It was
it's
the
not always
exact
easy.
opposite. Was the exact opposite for me. When I
Yeah.
learned that I couldn't draw, I figured I should stick to writing.
I really struggle with writing, honestly. I feel like I have good stories, but I when it comes to sit down and actually put it down in a way that makes sense. I don't know, like I feel like I can imagine and visualize good scenes and action and combat and exchanges and things like that, but I have a hard time spooling it all together, using those tricks that writers have in their toolbox to set things up to fall down later, and all those great devices that you can use when you're telling a story like that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I've never felt confident. Like I always, I don't know. I had this story, this Viking story that I was writing with my wife years ago, and it was really just a little 8-page story that was more like a horror movie trailer than a comic book. But at the time when we were putting it together to make it, I felt like it had to be bigger because who wants to buy a comic that's just 8 pages? And you know, I was sort of trying to like. I suddenly got obsessed with trying to create a world around this comic, which was really just about 4 dead Vikings on the beach. It was just a scene on a beach with some ravens and a conversation, and a monster shows up, kind of thing. That's all it was, and I just I spent so much time trying to figure out where that little beach was and what world it belonged to, and I just couldn't focus on the fact that I was just trying to tell a little 8-page story. That's all it
Yeah.
had to be. That's all it had to be. But I felt like it had to be more. And so I searched and searched and wasted so much time developing unnecessary stuff that I really should have just drawn the 8 pages and just seen if anyone liked it and then just build it from there. Just
Yeah.
just a weird approach that didn't work.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, writing for comic books is a whole different world. Like, I've done books, I've done screenplays, but like when I tried to write writing panel by panel, it took me a little to adjust to that. It was, I don't know, it's a whole different world.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. I love working with different writers and seeing how they handle scripts. Like I like Matt Nixon, who's writing Dodge. Like I love the way he writes scripts. There's just a lot of humor that is just between he and I when I'm drawing it, but it actually helps me kind of understand and feel the scenes that we're describing a little bit better. It's a good exchange that way, and it's always interesting to collaborate with people. Like everyone's got a different approach, and I think for me, like when I finish Dodge, I would like to try to tell my own stories. I have some stuff I'd like to try to do on my own, and
I told you, man, Badge deserves his own book.
yeah, yeah. You know what? That's been a nice surprise. That was a fun little trip through time, drawing that Badger guy, and it came out of my little brother. My family always nicknamed him the Badger because he just had this tenacious kind of stubbornness about him, and so we always called Danny the Badger. And I think I created that character kind of based around him back then when we were just kids. And but yeah, I always remember that Badger character. I remember he had the cast iron fence post on a hockey stick as his weapon, which I just thought was the most Canadian thing I could think of at the time.
Well, once we get the turtles dicey off the ground, we need to have you guest.
That would be fun, man. That would be fun for sure. Well, and that's the beautiful thing about that Turtles universe, like that, especially that book that that TMNT and Other Strangeness, like that is such an amazing wellspring of just creativity. And it has been for me for a long time, but I almost rolled up a character today. Like I thought maybe I'll just roll up a random character and fit a character into that world. Like it's just the most amazing world to play.
It still blows my mind that Palladium RPG, predates Turtle Mania.
I know. I know, it's crazy, right? Yeah.
Before the movies, before the cartoon shows, before
all of it, man. Yeah, absolutely. It was the only kind of source material of its kind, and it had a lot of really amazing information in it.
And I think the system is what people had issue with at first, because it was not like your standard D&D system, even though D&D changes with every new.
Well, yeah, and D&D back then was a lot different than it is now.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
right? So I always found the Palladium system was a perfect system, but it was kind of clunky. It was kind of slow if you did it right. You almost had to choreograph everything before you did it. The way they would do the dodge and parry and things like that. The kind of combat rules and things. But it was a great game, just an awesome, fun game. I remember my friend Dave played this mutant porcupine, and at one point we had a guy who I want to say we had like dinosaur DNA in the game, and we made a brontosaurus guy. It was awesome. It was good fun.
That's great. I love how everybody's commenting. They're like, everybody's talking, and Steven's just over here quietly stabbing the paper.
That's therapy, man.
Absolutely. This is just going to be my warm-up sketch for the day. I'll do something else after this.
Jeez, Mike. This is just my warm-up.
Yeah, just throwing it right on the table.
This giant Usagi piece is just going to be my warm-up.
Well, I just there's nothing serious going on here at all. If you really looked at this, you'd be like, man, this is a crappy piece of crap this guy's drawing right now. But it's okay.
Always your own worst critic. Unless you made a movie, in which case Stefan is your worst critic.
Not if it's a good movie.
Which means if you make a movie, cast Kurt Russell.
Again, it doesn't always have to be Kurt Russell. That helps.
But he gets a pass. So
he gets you above 5 out of 10 for sure. But I mean, Escape from LA, is one of my movies I hate. That's why it's a 5. Because Kurt Russell's in it. He brings it to a 5.
Well, I heard they're remaking New York.
Oh, I saw that. Dog shit.
I don't know why they got to touch things that are perfect and shouldn't be touched.
We'll see.
Because there's no creativity in Hollywood anymore.
Yes.
Just reboot everything.
Reboots and remakes.
Feels like it sometimes, yeah.
Just how long do you think? How long do you think it'll be before they reboot the MCU and we get Iron Man and Hulk and Captain America with new actors?
Wait, have you not been paying attention? That's exactly what they're doing right now.
No, I mean the original actors like Steve Rogers and Tony Stark. I mean, I understand the multiverse concept, but
well, no, not even multiverse. They've just replaced them all.
Yeah, well, with the sidekicks.
But that actually carried the mantle. So you have your Thor, you have your Ironheart, but and you have your Hulk. It's all going to be replaced. They've done it.
They've done it.
I mean, look at the end, where we are in the shows right now.
Yeah.
Every character has been replaced.
Man, I wanted to run screaming into the night when I saw Scar show up on that She-Hulk. I thought I was going to lose my mind.
Oh yeah,
That
they
was-
kind
that
of
was-
did
that-
him dirty.
That hit the every, yeah, that hit every stupid thing about Marvel that I hate button in my body. Literally just like slam me with a frying pan of stupid when he showed up on screen. I was just like, oh my God, just walked him in on screen like that, eh? Like, oh, jeez, unreal.
Which character?
Sorry.
I mean, I didn't hate the character as a concept because I was like,
Oh, I
it's
just didn't get the name of the character.
oh, Scar, the son of
Oh,
Hulk,
son.
the son of Hulk
Yeah,
they
yeah.
introduced at the end there.
Yeah, that
To
was
me,
weird.
he never made sense in the comics anyway, because of how he shows up, and he's supposed to, like, basically in the 3 years that Hulk's been gone from Earth, he's aged to be like a full human, and he basically looks like Conan except he's the Hulk. And it's I just remember going, what are they doing, man? Like, they didn't need to go so crazy with the Hulk. Like, I just remember being so let down by all of that, and then to see him on the screen, and I was just like, why do they? All the years of history that Marvel can pull from, all the wonderful things that have happened, why would they just cherry pick the worst of the worst and do these things? I don't know. What's next? Are they going to have Sentry on the show next? Like, my
I wouldn't be surprised.
God. Sentry just hurts my actual cells. It actually hurts the fascia that separates my flesh from my muscles. It actually burns. I hate that character so much. And he's going to show up on Marvel. I know he's going to show up eventually.
Well, eventually they run out of characters, right? You got to go to the
So
bottom
many.
of the barrel, you know?
Yeah.
Which pisses me off when they've got Speedball sitting there just asking to be made into an awesome character.
You want a new Warriors movie so bad, don't you?
Oh, I would love a new Warriors. But I mean, I want Speedball's origin story. I want him teamed up with Spider-Man. I want them to, build the character he is, and then avoid the penance stuff at all costs. But yes, give me new Warriors. Oh, I'd be so happy. They just need to tweak Night Thrasher to be a little, like, get rid of the skateboard thing. Just make him Batman. I'm cool with that. Just
make him, basically make him Batman. Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
Batman.
but he wouldn't be Night Thrasher without the skateboard.
I don't know if he whooped some ass, he'd be thrashing. The latest Batman didn't have a Batmobile; he had the Bruce Mobile. So we can make changes. We're good with that.
I just hope that, going forward, if they're gonna, obviously, did you guys see that Chris Hemsworth is stepping away from acting for a bit?
Oh,
wait, he acts? I just thought he was a hot piece of ass that was on camera.
I finally sat through that Thor movie, man, and
I still haven't. Yeah.
The newest one?
Yeah, man, and I just I don't know. Hugh warned me. Hugh was like, "Don't do it, brother. Don't do it. You're gonna hate yourself after you watch that movie. Just don't do it." And he was right. I like Taika's movies. I always give him a pass because I like it. I genuinely like just about everything he does. But for me, it's just never been the tone that I've wanted from Thor at all.
So you didn't like
and
Ragnarok?
This last film was just, I couldn't tell if it wanted to be a total comedy shit show meltdown for 2 hours. I don't know what it was going for, but I was just very. I don't know, man.
I heard so you didn't like Ragnarok then, I take it?
I didn't like Ragnarok. I liked Ragnarok when I read, like, as I was sitting through it, I didn't hate it. And as I walked from the theater to my car and got in the car and in the 4.5 minute drive from the theater to my house. I tore that movie apart 9,000 ways from Sunday. And by the time I got out of the car to head into my apartment, I hated that film. And I allowed myself to be taken away by the spectacle of going to a movie because it's such a very rare thing that I get to do. So I just allowed myself to have a good time during the actual hours of the film. But then as I went home, I was like, oh no, the reality sunk in. And yeah, man, there's just some stuff I could not abide.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I heard somebody say, like, obviously I kind of had an issue with the tone of Love and Thunder. It was a little too bright and happy. But I saw somebody say that because Korg is narrating the movie, it's all seen through his like childlike eyes.
Sure, yeah.
So it was supposed to be like that, and I get it, and I guess that kind of justifies some of the tone of the movie, but
yeah, that sounds like an excuse you make afterwards that you're trying to find a way to justify it.
Well, I just think that they ruined the Gore character.
Well, you know, that was the thing. I went into there thinking that was going to be. I mean, that was the thing that I went into the movie thinking I was going to hate the most. And I'll be honest with you, while I found the overall tone of the film way too comedic and not anywhere near serious enough, I actually thought he pulled off, like, considering he looked more like a person than a monster than like he does in the comics, he still sold it. He still made it work. I thought his performance was actually really good, and probably for me the best part.
That
of the
was
movie.
Probably the standout of the movie.
Yeah, for me it was the best part, and I love the character, so they chose the right guy to play him for sure. I wasn't, 100% on how he looked, but I mean, we can all nitpick these things.
I mean, they could have easily made him look more like the comic, but they wanted to be obvious that it was Christian Bale.
Sure, there's a redemption story built in there. That's why you've got to restore him to his more human-looking self, kind of thing.
But it's also like when you have that big of an actor, you don't want to obscure their face.
That's true.
It's like when they did Wolverine Origins and Ryan Reynolds played Deadpool without the costume.
Or Stallone when he played Dredd.
I was about to say, go to Dredd, because then Urban did it proper.
Yeah, man. You never see his face once in that movie. It's brilliant.
Oh, no,
he's a gift.
Yeah. The fact that we didn't get more Dredd really disappointed me because of that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I really liked Carl Urban's version.
Yeah.
I think they really could have ran with that shit, man. I loved that movie. And I would have loved to have seen how that studio would have handled things like the ABC Warriors, or like Mean Machine, like those other, kind of characters from Dredd,
Mm-hmm. Hey, real quick, Mateus, I know you can't really talk too much because of the loop, but Casey's asking what color red that you're using.
Is Copic. Let me see if I can put it on camera.
There it is. R08. Can't really see the V thing, but this is Kotek. There you go.
Excuse me, sir. That says Vermilion.
What'd you say, boy?
I said, excuse me. It says ROB.
Oh, B? Oh, okay.
No, it says R08. But
fuck off then.
My name is Rob.
Vermilion.
Oh, I got you.
All right. I'll set this aside to draw. This is just more of a sketch than anything, but I'll draw something good now.
I'll just say
I'm always amazed when you artists are like, you draw something like that, and then you're like, oh, I'll throw away this trash and draw something good. And I'm just like,
I'll make sure you have my shipping address before the show's over. You just go ahead and send that over to me. I'll take that trash off your hand.
Yeah, draw something smaller.
Stefan just feels left out because he didn't buy anything from your drop earlier, Mike.
Oh,
I got a sketchbook. I just missed all the art.
But you'll see it all. You can just read it in the sketchbook.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like all those people from the Tags Kickstarters. They have all the art in a book.
So Rob's got to leave now. So it was nice having him here. Yeah, Dan, one man's trash. Exactly.
Speaking of sketchy Kickstarters, are you planning volume 3?
Yeah. You guess. Oh, you might have been away, like not being loyal and hanging out with us.
Might have been one of them D&D nights. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
one night
is that really a box of whatchamacallits you got on screen there, son?
Dude, Eric Will and Justin Cooper from Epic Shells. They were like, watch out, Amazon's going to be dropping something off on Monday for you. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, they're coming to drop off a gift. And it was 36 whatchamacallit bars.
The second best candy bar. Yeah. That is awesome.
36. No one needs 36 of these things, man. But I have them. I have 36 whatchamacallit bars, which I will stretch over. I'll stretch out over the course of at least. Well, I'm gonna give some away probably.
Wait, you can't get whatchamacallits in Canada?
No. Nope. You gonna draw with one of them tonight?
No, man, it's too precious to waste. Too precious to waste on a drawing.
See, in my mind, you guys have the better candy.
Well, it's that you don't know what
aspects that I like better. Like I find if like we have our Kit Kats and our Coffee Crisp use a different kind of sugar than the ones in the States, because I find the ones in the States to be like mind-bendingly sweet by comparison.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure what the exact difference is, but there is a difference. Just like there's a difference between North American candy in general and British candy.
Well, the difference there is that the British use actual milk in their chocolate, whereas Americans just use more sugar.
Oh, let's say, and also we use corn syrup compared to sugar, which is significantly sweeter. Yep. Yeah, KC got it. Yeah, corn syrup versus sucrose. Yep. Yeah, because my buddy Jimmy Bott, when he used to come over from England, or we'd send him packages for his nieces and nephews. They just wanted the shittiest candy that we could find, and and so we would go out and just get the grossest. Like, you ever see a Nerd's rope? I don't know if they make them anymore or not, but it just looks like someone took a wet piece of licorice and rolled it on a theater floor. It's just so gross.
I'll tell you right now, Stefan, Nerds Rope are very popular still, but mostly among the edible community. It's probably one of the easiest things to infuse.
Oh, gotcha. All right. So, but yeah, they went nuts for that. Dave, he says it's delicious. Well, kind of.
It's all that pick a mix candy,
Ugh, so gross. So fucking gross.
I do miss like real Cadbury's candy from over there, stuff like that. I miss a lot of. What I don't understand is that Walker's Crisps over in the UK is the same company as Frito-Lay, but Frito-Lay doesn't have any of the good flavors that they have over there.
Okay, so we got a couple people saying weed rope, and then Eric's like the kind with THC and it ain't bad. To me, that's like saying like, oh, if you put a lime in your beer, it makes it taste good. If you've got to add something to make something taste well, then it doesn't start as a good thing, So
ask you about the time we went to the bar in New York and Randy put a lime in his Corona for the first time.
Oh, okay. I can't wait to talk to Hugh about that one then. Yeah, if you got to add something to it, it's just go for something better to start with.
Yeah.
The new guys are going to realize how much of a snob I am by the end of the show.
I mean, I don't like I don't drink a lot of beer, but I don't like putting fruit in my beer. Like, the closest I come is an orange and an Oberon.
So stop drinking Oberon and find a good drink.
It's like I said, I don't really drink beer these days.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drinks, I am going to refill because I'm waiting.
Man, when Stefan has a co-host, he gets wasted.
Oh, I can walk away. I mean, that's the whole point of the show. Someone's got to get a little crazy. All right, right back.
That's great. Trying to think of something new to draw, Mike.
I am. Yeah, I am trying to think of something to draw. I'll think of something. I feel like some part of my brain just switched off when I got all that artwork loaded up into my shop last night and got ready to launch. I was just like, it just felt like I climbed to the end of come to the end of a journey. So, and then this morning they had the Santa Claus parade, which goes right past. Like we're on the second floor of a apartment building, right on Lakeshore Road, and the Santa Claus parade goes right past our window. So at 5 a.m. they were out there setting up barricades and.
Wait, there's a Santa Claus parade in November?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, is Christmas on a different day for you guys too?
No, I think they do it because traditionally the weather is too extreme to do any kind
for
of
sure.
parades towards December. That might be part of the decision. It might just be that it's the only weekend that I don't know is available for that kind of a public shutdown because they got to shut down a couple of streets to make it happen.
Right.
So I'm not really sure what the reason is, but we've been here for 12 years. We've seen everyone except for the ones that didn't run during the pandemic, and yeah, it's always fun, but it's a lot of noise and a lot of people, and we're basically trapped in our building until it's over, kind of thing. So anyway, I'm not sure I was telling you guys all the story about that, but it's just been a tiring time. Lots of noise and lots of fatigue. Try something cool though. Oh, let's see here.
Oh wow, that Mateus piece is looking beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Half the way through.
Yeah, I think your camera might have zoomed in again.
I'm taking a break, so
Okay.
I'm just
leave the art there. Everyone can drool over it while you take a break.
Speaking of breaks, I'm gonna go refill my drink. So
yeah.
let
This
Stefan
is
talk
my
for a little
break.
bit.
Who do you
Oh,
think?
nice.
Who do you think you are, Justin? You don't get to walk away. You're the
It's time
host,
for a
man.
commercial break.
What time of day is it there, Mateus?
Oh, I think he stepped
taking,
away.
He's taking a break. Come on, let me take his break.
Stand 40
Oh, okay. Right on.
in the night.
Yeah, he's 2 hours ahead of us.
2 hours ahead. Okay, I got you.
Exactly.
I'll be right back. Hopefully, Stefan can entertain y'all.
No, I cannot. We've proven that many times. Actually, while Rob's gone, I finally get a chance to talk here for a moment. So we are going to be working with a friend of the show, Alicia, who has got her coaster system back up and running. So we're going to do a limited print of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle coasters Mike did back in April. Those are the ones on the screen at the moment. We'll have those up on the tags page starting tomorrow, and people can place their orders on that. So there'll be the set of 4 will be $40, and it's just like the ones you got in the tags Kickstarter. So there's a nice neoprene coasters.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, they came out really nice, those coasters.
Yeah. Most of the coasters do.
Yeah. Well, I mean the ones that Alicia made. I mean, like the production quality on the. Yeah, I would never say anything good about my own artwork, but the production quality of the coasters that she made were fantastic. So.
Yes. Yeah, I actually got 3 of them on my desk right now. I've got the Loki Gonzo, the Beaker Punisher, and the Pepe Big Trouble in Little China, which is my favorite. Yeah. For obvious reasons. It's both Pepe and Big Trouble in Little China.
All right. Let's get your shit together here, Ruth. What are you doing?
So what'd you decide? What are you doing?
Who, me? I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Oh,
We'll see
okay.
what comes up on the screen. You'll know when you'll know when I do.
Fair.
Because I don't know. I sure as heck don't know.
So I want to say something that most people have probably not heard me say before. There's a good Star Wars show out there.
Where's the real Stefan?
But I have to admit, like once you grunt through the first 3 episodes,
Sorry about
Andor-
that, y'all.
Oh, no worries. Andor is a very good show. I don't know if you guys are watching or not. So
I have heard it's very good. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I wouldn't mind checking it though.
I thought it was finished, and then all of a sudden, no, there's 2 more episodes, and I was like, what?
yeah, it's
I haven't
12
had-
episodes. Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to watch those last 2 yet.
I don't know if you guys are listening. I'll log out and log back in.
Okay, all right.
Sounds
See
good.
if I fix my
Okay.
headset.
Hopefully it comes back.
He's like, man, screw that show.
He's like, I'm out of here. Fuck these guys. He said Andor's good. I'm out.
I don't know what I'm drawing, guys. I'll come up with something though.
Seems like everybody's loving your Usagi, Chris.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's killer, man.
Someone just made a comment on the bamboo background.
I was kind of worried there when Mike came in with his, showing me up
Oh.
with
No,
the
man.
throwaway sketch.
I was just trying to spark something in my head. That's all. I wouldn't put my Usagi up against yours, man. That's looking killer.
Oh, thanks.
That looks awesome.
Don't worry. If Mike gets 2 pieces done tonight, I'm gonna make sure Hugh's on the next show with him just to knock him down a peg. Mike's getting out.
Oh, man.
2-3 pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Randy is screaming for you to draw Hob.
Draw Hob.
Yep.
Ah.
Which
Yeah,
is funny
okay.
because
All right.
this morning when I bought pieces from you,
Yep.
I bought Casey and I bought Hob because I was like, yeah, Randy's gonna want this.
Ah, okay.
And everyone else is saying anyone but Hob.
Oh. Well, you know what? I like Randy though, so maybe I'll draw Hob.
Yeah, we got you back, Mateus. He's back, by the way.
Hold on now.
Is your audio
It's
better for
working
you?
better now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Randy's like, draw Hob smoking pot.
Trying to find some paper that I like here.
Randy's trying to get his personal commissions done here in Tag.
Well, you're just up against the wall on this one, huh?
Yeah, last couple of weeks, man, it's been a grind. I mean, I was like this on the He-Man night too. I couldn't
No.
figure out what I was doing until until it was over, pretty much.
Go down the villain path, man. Do
Leatherhead doing yoga.
goat yoga at that.
No, you know what? I'll do Hob. I'll just yeah, I'll draw. Yeah. What's he doing though? Tired of doing the posy stuff. What am I gonna do here?
Randy's like, no, Hob smoking catnip. Or Hob stealing catnip out of Stefan's garden.
Hey, I got a story that's going to do nothing for anybody but me. I got some volunteer catnip showing up from last year's harvest. All of a sudden, the catnip that was there just started growing again. So,
Huh.
yeah. So the cats in the neighborhood should be happy.
Do you just let all the neighborhood cats just come in and go at it?
Yeah, why not?
He's the local nip dealer.
That's right. First one's free.
He's your pusher man.
That's right.
There's so much wild catnip growing around here, but my cats actually don't care for it when it's fresh. They like their store bought catnip
like to dry.
better. So
We'll just grab the wild stuff, throw it in the microwave to paper towel, dry it out, and then crumble it.
oh yeah, no, we've tried that. They are picky little they're picky little motherfuckers is what they are.
Yeah, they're cats. Yeah, they're cats.
Yeah. I found that out quickly. The cats, like, even my dog was pretty much raised by 3 cats. So
wait, I gotta stop here real quick. Chris, what the hell are you inking with? Or that is like I remember having one of those like carnival pencils. Yeah, that thing is huge.
This is it's a Tri-Blend Spectrum Noir marker. It's got basically it's the same color, but like the middle part's darker than front, and the back part is like the darkest.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
It's easy to blend with. So it's basically 3 markers in one thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow,
It's just because I thought first you're like, you're gonna show Mike up with the draw anything, and you grab one of those carnival pencils or something.
Nope.
dude, just like I said about your Panthro piece last time, dude. That looks like straight animation.
Yeah, man, that was a nice piece. That was a everyone killed it that night, man. Those Mumras were great too. Yeah, that was awesome.
Thanks.
But yeah, that Usagi looks like something straight out of an animation cell.
Mm-hmm. I love Usagi, man. I don't know. I know that Stan Sakai has taken the character to Dark Horse and gonna have his own imprint there. But I heard he was opening it up for other creators to play around in that world. And man, I would love to do some work in that for Dark Horse.
Yeah, that'd be
Let's make that happen. Yeah, 'cause that's the character I love.
I love that character, and I love how it can be. You can keep it very, very serious, very historical, very
samurai,
military. Like it's a very serious book, but you can handle the war and the combat and things like that, and in all ages fashion, which really works. Like, I just love the style of it. I love how it's all put together. Yeah, it's such a fun character to draw too. I get a good charge out of drawing him every time.
Yeah, Casey is saying that one of the days she wants to draw Usagi like an Illinois prairie hare. The bucks are all claws and gristle, and their eyes go red from burst blood vessels when they defend themselves. Jesus. So 28 days later, Rabbit.
I mean, personally, I don't think people draw enough space Usagi.
Yeah, that's
well, isn't that Bucky O'Hare?
Bite your tongue, sir.
Oh, there's no love for Bucky, apparently.
I should have went with that. I started to try and do like a space one, but I decided to go traditional instead.
Have any of you guys ever worked with Usagi officially?
I've just done a cover for Big Country Comics for the Usagi Lone Goat and Kid, which was a reprinting some of the really old Stan Sakai stuff that's been recolored.
Nice.
Great. Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, man, I had a chance to do a cover for that, and I wish I could have done a cover for the whole series. I just love it, just love that character.
I did a cover for IDW, just one cover, and I was kind of. It got me by surprise that they have all these policies about the character, because I was thinking, well, this is an Asian character, although it's a rabbit, it's an Asian character, but it's a rabbit, so I'm going to do the big tooth, right? But since there's this stereotype and racist stereotype of mostly Chinese with big tooth and small eyes, like they don't want you to do that with Usagi, Oh, don't put it a big tooth. Don't do his eyes too small.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised about that.
Yeah.
I mean, because you draw it, especially about the tooth, because you're drawing a rabbit, right? So the tooth is kind of a big part of what iconically defines a rabbit,
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, I found the only thing I remember from the guides we were given about Usagi was about his like the kimono he's wearing, like it has to fold left side over the right side, and that was the only thing that stands out in my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't remember getting that was one of the notes. I can't remember.
I guess I messed up.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I just see a lot of people talking about like the way his scabbards face, like his sword sheaths,
right?
Like whether they're positioned a certain way. Like I guess it's supposed to be for quick draw.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Always at the ready. He's always got that one popped out, ready to go. Yeah, he's such a fun character, though. I can't draw today, guys. I need some water.
Yeah, now I'm wondering, maybe they saw some of my. I did some Usagi sketches before that. Maybe they saw that and they, hey, don't do the big tooth, please.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. They take that stuff serious, though.
Which is ironic because you don't see a lot of people complaining about the exaggerated depictions of like Americans and stuff in like manga and anime. So it's
Yeah.
Ooh. Mateus, can you move your art up just a little bit? Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you. And Mike, can you do some art? No.
Yeah, I'll do
Mike, can you do some work?
I'll do something.
In the words of Papa Sibo, get to work.
Get to work.
Yeah. Huh. Don't know.
Just come right out of left field and do Rex 1.
Yeah, there were some cool characters that didn't make the cut this time around that I never drew that would have been fun. I couldn't get satisfied with the size that I wanted to work at. Some of the larger pieces were fun, but I kind of wish I had standardized it a bit more. But the book still looks good. Erica was able to work with all the different weird shaped artwork I gave her and still lay out a pretty cool book.
Well, that was the thing when I was going through your pieces this morning. Like, I forgot what size what pieces were. So I was like trying to quickly look at the pieces and what size they were before choosing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I had to move so quickly that I had the KC, the Hob, and one of the badges in my cart, and then the badge sold. And then I realized that there was the other piece for the cover, and I went to grab that, and I was like, oh, I guess Wade got both of them.
Yeah, Rush fans, you know. You like those Rush T-shirts? I think Wade did.
I mean, Mike, if you're at a loss of what to draw, you can always do the Ronin.
Or
Oh
you do-
yeah, no, I know. I'm honestly, I just think I'm kind of at my.
What about ground chuck? Not
That's
too
how I
deep.
feel. I am ground chuck. Hold on.
Why don't you just go full Canadian and do Monty Moose?
There you go.
You know what? Maybe I'll just do.
There were so many weird characters in that line towards
I
the
know.
edge.
Hob wasn't coming through. He wasn't coming through the ether to my hand.
Well, if you still want to draw a cat, there's always Scratch.
That's true. Yeah. Man, this is great.
Genghis Frog.
Let's see here.
The Punk Frogs, huh? I was surprised to find that they're kind of featured in that new video game. They're like side characters. I was like, oh, I wish you could play as the frogs. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played that yet.
Yeah, I know. I've got it, and I still haven't played it either.
What do you have it for? What system?
On my Steam PC.
Oh, okay. Master Race. PC Master Race. Now Randy says draw Scratch stealing catnip.
There's definitely a theme going on here for Randy.
Walkabout? That's an interesting that's one you don't see too often. Kangaroo. So I know I'm opening up a can of worms here, Stefan, but the new Indiana Jones.
Why do you want to start this shit?
If I can get Stefan to go on a tirade.
See, no, I refuse to say things until I actually see them. Okay. So, I mean, yeah. Is it going to be dog shit? I'm 98% sure, but I can't come out and say specifically because I haven't seen it to say what's wrong with it. So,
but this is the thing: is your preconception that it's going to be dog shit going to keep you from seeing the movie?
No, it's going to keep me from paying to see it, like above and beyond. But like when it shows to one of the platforms I have, yeah, I'll watch it then, maybe at some point. I mean, I still haven't gotten to Love and Thunder because I still I never finished Obi-Wan because I appreciate my time. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I am. Man, there's nope. Not. I'm not going to take the bait. Let's go somewhere else. I'm on the edge, though. I'm on the edge. Hey, have you guys seen Barbarian?
The movie on Disney.
I haven't saved. I haven't watched it yet. Did you watch it already?
Oh yeah.
How was that?
I liked it better than most people, but I can't say why because it's a spoiler if I say why.
Okay.
But
I'm a big horror guy, so I've been kind of looking forward to it. I just haven't
cool. You guys all come up to here. I'll take you to Brightmoor, where the movie takes place.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's like a neighborhood on the edge of the hood.
Okay.
Here.
Casey, the movie's called Barbarian. It's a horror flick on Hulu for us. I'm not sure where. Your stateside, so on Hulu. So, but yeah, it's an interesting enough flick that, again, can't say, but interesting cast. Like, Justin Long's in it. And like, okay, I haven't seen him in a while, and plays a character that is perfectly Justin Long. So, but yeah, it's good flick. Or keep you interested at least.
It's nice to see Justin Long come back to horror movies. Because he started with what? Jeepers Creepers?
Yep. He's one of my favorites. I wanted him to play Howie when we had the chance to make that.
Oh, that would have been cool. He would have been perfect, man.
Yeah. No, Justin Long is not a walrus in this one. Oh, yeah, and Justin Cooper's got it right. Galaxy Quest is the best Justin Long, though. Because
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Galaxy Quest is a perfect movie.
For sure.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest is fantastic.
Did you ever see the documentary about it?
Oh, yeah.
Like how
I
that.
haven't. No, I heard it's great though.
Oh yeah, because like how that movie actually got made is insane.
For the longest time, they were talking about doing a sequel.
No, don't ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as we said earlier, no originality in Hollywood anymore.
Oh yeah, dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah,
And you can't do a sequel now without Alan Rickman. He was one of the best characters in that whole movie.
Oh yeah. Like
There's no way I would do that movie without Alan Rickman.
Yeah, Carl and I quote that movie to each other all the time.
That's got good Sam Rockwell too.
Yeah, I watched I watched a movie recently because he was in it called See How They Run. And oh man, so disappointing. Like it's an Agatha Christie play turned into a meta movie and just will bore you to tears before it's over. It's just so and it's just disappointing because it has a great cast. It's just unbelievably slow and dull. So
well, Sam Rockwell ties it all ties back to Turtles because that was his first movie.
Yeah, that's right. He was one of the
regular mentals.
Yeah, I was trying to remember why he's credited as like Teen Thug or something like that. I forget. Yeah.
It's like Teen Thug #1 or something.
He's got like 3 lines in that movie, and it's like regular mentals.
Yeah, but I had to go back and watch Jojo Rabbit just to get some good Rockwell. And that brings us back to Watiki. So Love and Thunder.
It's all connected.
It's all right. I have not seen. Have you guys seen Smile yet? I haven't seen it. I know it comes out on digital next week.
Another one that I have saved on streaming. I haven't watched yet.
I'm gonna watch that purely for the marketing of it. I love the marketing they did on that. Where I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but they bought seats at basketball games, baseball games, and just had the person sit there and creepily smiled right down the barrel of the camera. They couldn't react to the show, but the one where this lady's sitting there just smiling and people in the row are visually uncomfortable. I'm like, okay, that marketing alone is going to make me watch this movie.
Did you guys see that Black Phone movie?
I have not seen it yet.
I haven't watched it yet with Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. I've been hearing things about it, but I haven't seen it myself, so
It's on Peacock.
it's funny how Ethan Hawke is suddenly making this comeback and he's in a bunch of different stuff.
Well,
so what did you decide to draw, Mike?
Oh, I'm just kind of doodling a splinter right now until something else comes to mind. I don't know. Apologize, guys. I just think I'm kind of at the end of my rope this week so far. I thought I'd have a little more jam for tonight, but it's just been kind of a weird week. High intensity week for sure.
All right, so we got 2 questions here. We'll take the quick one first, I think, from Danny. Anyone watch Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam? I'm guessing that's going to be a round of no's, but
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either. I think, and it's coming from Danny, so you can't 100% think it's a real. So, and the other, and then Casey's asking for best Watiki film.
Taika Waititi film.
Thank you. Hey, the drinks are kicking in finally. The tongue is tied. For me, it's the easy. It's
It's gotta be Jojo Rabbit.
No, for me, it's What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
my. I really like the Wilder People too.
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that one, but yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, What to Do in the Shadows, Jojo Rabbit, and definitely Ragnarok, because I love that movie. And you guys are taking this shit way too serious, man.
No, I enjoyed Ragnarok. It's not a good movie, but I enjoyed it.
It's fun, man.
Yeah, and mainly because the first two Thor movies were just such dog shit. It was nice to see,
First one wasn't bad. Dark World was terrible.
Dude, the first one is like the director discovered what a Dutch angle was and decided to shoot the goddamn movie in Dutch angles the entire time. Either that or leg on the tripod broke. I mean, yikes.
I don't know. One of my biggest issues with the MCU is the elimination of secret identities. Because the whole Donald Blake character was one of my favorite parts of the Thor comics.
Yeah, well, that's gone.
Well, I mean,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, because the Asgardians and that.
Well, you don't mean you don't like the fact that they gave him that little sticky name tag when she brought it in?
Yeah, I forgot about that Easter egg. Yeah.
Which one? What was that?
They gave him the little name tag in the movie.
Because my name is, and she wrote Donald Blake.
Oh, I don't remember that. That first movie just like, I'm pretty sure I did mass amounts of opiates or something just to forget that first movie. It was so bad. I mean, it was so paint by numbers that preschoolers are like, come on, let's try a little harder. Mike, you're having issues with this one. That Splinter was looking pretty solid, bud.
Nah, man, nah. Just dead lines on a page. No heartbeat to that at all.
I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to be rude. You know what? Go with what you said in the chat earlier. Grab the book, roll the dice, go nuts.
Yeah. I'll lose too much time to rolling dice.
Just all you do is just roll the species and then go with.
Listen, man, just give us another badge.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm up something here. Maybe I can salvage something.
Randy said that's the worst looking Hobbs he's ever seen.
Yeah, well, it's the worst one I've ever seen too.
Everybody's saying Metalhead or Ace Duck.
Do the wrestling Ace Duck from Archie.
Yeah, the ripped one with the wings.
There you go.
The fake ass Ric Flair.
Yeah.
The wrestling versions of those characters were always my favorite. Like Wrestling Leatherhead.
With his black mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Brandon saw the title of the show. He keeps screaming for an Eldritch style Swamp Thing. It's a TMNT show, buddy. There was no crossover.
I tried telling him. I'm like, it's Turtles night, man.
Oh man, it's soggy. Can you pull the art down just a little bit, Chris? That's nice.
Oh, that's great.
Son of a bitch. Huh. Well.
Man, the more I look at Steven's piece, the more pissed I am that I can't bid on it.
Yeah, you were killing that, Steven.
Thank you.
The thing I like about your stuff is it totally takes me back to like reading the whole book.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I said that to you.
It has
to you
that
at Granite,
real
man.
gritty raw feel.
Mike's getting serious. The painter tape's coming down.
Just gonna try something different.
Oh, is this one going to be a box turtle?
Maybe.
Mm.
Quite possibly. Mhm. Let's see here.
That's
You
right. I
remember a
read,
couple weeks ago we were doing tags and Dan Lansdowne was drawing along, but he was doing like the actual turtles, like putting masks on them and stuff.
Right on.
Mike, I'm going to mute you for just a second. Just getting a little crazy with the noise there. So I think Mike's going to do Will Arnett.
Hey, just because he was in a couple of shitty Turtles movies does not make him a Turtles character.
Well, you know, the two movies he was in were both shitty. So yeah, I mean, all of the movies he's in, technically, he's batting a zero.
What was the nickname in the second one? The Condor or something?
Oh yeah, or the Falcon. Was it the Falcon?
Falcon. Yeah.
I can't
The
remember.
Falcon, yeah.
Oh, Mateus, that is sweet, dude.
Another break.
Leo.
Yeah, well earned, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
for
wow,
sure.
wow. Wow. So I'm gonna leave the show so I can go bid on this. Rob, you got this, right?
Well, this is the funny thing is this is probably one of the first tags that even in the audience that I have art from all the artists. I have pieces from all the artists, and yeah. Yeah, that Dark Leo is phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay, so
Thank you.
I have to show my ignorance on this one. What storyline is Dark Leo from?
City Fall.
City Fall.
City Fall.
Okay.
Basically, Leo
Yes.
joins the Foot Clan.
Wow.
He becomes Shredder's Junine.
Okay, I need to look for that trade. Yeah. Eric's got Rob Dojate hosting sometimes. Yep. Yeah. So next time, so next time it'll be you and Eric hosting. I'll engineer that way I can bid. Oh, look at the eyes on Yasagi. Damn.
White rabbits have red eyes, right?
Yep.
Oh.
I sure do. Yeah, Danny, actually, I am currently making my way through the entire IDW run.
Casey said, Cubist style Ninja Turtles for when you want the neighbors to think you're cultured.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Rob, seeing Steve do a Casey that you can't bid on, how tense does this have?
See, now, I was lucky enough to get a Casey from Steven at Granite.
Oh, okay.
So, I have a Casey from him.
So you're not going to answer the question then? Okay, all right, fair.
How much does it bother me?
Yeah. How? Where's that itch? You know that heroin
This is the
itch.
thing. It's Casey and rap, so it's at least an 8. You're taking two of my favorite characters. It was like I said, man. Everybody could have done Casey pieces just to spite me tonight.
I almost hoped they would have.
I wasn't gonna do that to you, man.
See, Vance has got my back. It's cool.
I was like, oh wait, Rob's hosting. Don't do cake.
Well, it's the same night where everybody wanted to do the Big Trouble in Little China on me, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. But yeah, I get it. Oh yeah, Randy said it doesn't bother Rob. He's his proxy bidder. Nice.
Don't trust anybody who says they're your proxy bidder.
I don't know. I trust my proxy bidder. Whoop.
Murray doesn't count.
Aw, Murray always counts. He's my best nemesis ever.
No, I would trust Randy as a proxy bidder. I don't know if I would trust Sibo as a proxy bidder.
Yeah, I've seen you guys fight for too many things. Yeah, that might not go in your favor.
If I outbid Sibo on a piece, he'd probably just buy me.
All right, so now let's see what Mike's doing here.
Yeah, happy mistakes. That's what we're doing.
Getting there somewhere. I just laid down some charcoal and then rubbed it until it was an even ground. And now I'm basically going to draw a splinter using my eraser. So it's kind of a reverse drawing, but I can get some kind of interesting textures because I use my favorite eraser here is this Prismacolor Scholar eraser, and it's like a guitar pick shape. And as you erase, it actually gets kind of sharper on the edges. So it's actually kind of a lethal little drawing tool for detail and stuff.
Somebody's like,
who's backing up?
Randy's like, it better be a freaking stick.
Do you know Alberto Breccia? Mike?
I'm sorry, say again?
Do you know Alberto Breccia? He's an Argentinian artist.
Oh, yeah, I think I know his work, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's alive yet, but he used to do all his comics with weird tools like razor blades and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah. And he's amazing. You should check it out if you don't know him.
Yeah. No, some of those guys that just do that really, really different approach with those drawing tools. It's pretty amazing some of the results you get. Like anytime Bill Sienkiewicz draws anything, I'm always just like, how is he doing that? I like that kind of more alternative, tools. You get some pretty interesting effects for sure. I think it's really just for me, it was a way of trying to like not being able to like predict the results. So it was trying to like keep drawing from getting too boring. Like today's a day where I'm kind of like struggling to come up with a pose or like a spirit or like a flow that I want. So I'm gonna settle on a character instead and just try to get something down on paper. But I'm just trying something different to kind of spark something here because clearly going about it the traditional way isn't working for me today. But it's just the end of the week, It's been one of those weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
So, Mateus, someone, Randy mentioned about the lighting on the shoulder there for Dark Leo. So that white
Yep.
hot spot did you add white to that, or did you work with the negative space to make that?
No, I work with the negative space,
Nice.
and I'll when the ink is all done, I'll add more white to it.
Oh, very cool.
Like,
yeah, because like right where his top of his shoulder is, that looks awesome.
Yeah. But then well, I'm trying to go as fast as I can here. So.
Oh no, you don't need to. Often, everyone finishes their stuff tomorrow. I mean, we don't do the auction until like 6 p.m. tomorrow. So you've got, time. Said very, very seldom do people actually finish during the show.
No, I'm doing it for myself.
Oh, okay.
I want to finish tonight.
Gotcha. Okay.
I want to wake up tomorrow
and forget all this happened.
Yeah. Crossed out from my list. Yeah.
I thought I was gonna
it is a good exercise because I'm way too slow, So sometimes just to let it go and.
Yeah. I try to relax when I come on this show. I just try not to get too serious about what I'm drawing. It's mostly just about catching up with everybody, and but sometimes I think that's when I do my best stuff. It's I don't know. I find for me, I don't know. Maybe you guys find this too, but if you ever do a sketch for a friend or a sketch for a birthday gift or someone in your family or whatever, a free sketch for someone that you like at a show, those sketches for me are always the best thing that I've ever done. Like every time I'm not getting paid for it, it's like the best thing I've ever drawn. I don't understand why it's like that, but it seems to be like that.
Yeah.
So, Mike, how big is this piece you're working on?
This is just on a 9x12 piece of paper. This is a manila paper, which is the kind they give kids to draw on in school.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes a yellow manila paper, but I like it because it's got a great texture. And so I was able to lay down some, graphite or some charcoal, and now I'm just kind of removing it and trying to get texture that way. So overall, this little area here is only a few inches, like maybe it's like 5 by 8.5 kind of thing, kind of framed up like that. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
It kind of gives off like a spirit splinter vibe.
Yeah. Well, that's an easy thing to do with Splinter. How many times have they killed Splinter now? A few times now, I think, right?
Yeah, he's the Aunt May of the TMNT universe.
Yeah, and it's always a pretty good epic death too. But I'm always like, so drawing him as a ghost works. Like to me, he's always a ghost now. Like I'm never sure if he's actually there in the room with anybody anymore.
I mean, they killed Shredder a bunch of times, and
yeah, exactly.
He's back as a ghost, I think.
Yeah,
in the current IDW run.
No, he's alive.
Oh, is he alive?
Yeah,
I never got that because like he was like in the background and like people couldn't see him, and then all of a sudden he showed up.
That was an astral projection. So.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is that still Steve's mic?
Yeah, I had to mute.
Sorry, say again.
No, I think it's stopped now, but thought we were getting a little static.
Yeah, only Uncle Ben stays dead. Yes.
Yeah, only Uncle Ben.
Oh, we lost somebody. Chris, we lost Chris again.
Yeah, we lost
Is-
Vance again.
His tablet probably went to sleep.
Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, he just completely bounced out now.
I thought I was going to have a big deadline tomorrow. I was waiting for feedback from an editor all week on the thing and never heard back. So I guess that means I have tomorrow off. It'll also mean that my next week will be terrible. But, you know, at least I get tomorrow off. I guess that's a good thing.
Oh, no, you're back. Okay.
Yeah, he's back now.
Am I back up?
Yep,
Yeah, you're back.
good.
Although you're
Every time. I'm not even using. I'm using the. Oh, you know what? Because in the Facebook chat or the messenger, when someone calls in that, it knocks me off.
Oh.
Somebody
Sam
calls-
Damn
calls-
Sibo and Randy's trying to get you into video chats while you're on tags.
I guess. What the hell?
Oh, I turned off my notifications for the next 2 hours because I knew it would be going off on my phone.
Yeah, I forgot. Should've done that.
Eric's like, how many pieces is Mike doing? I've seen him working on like 5 things.
No,
Is it-
man.
how many he starts and how many completes. That's the real
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. What I got to do is get a sketchbook going. I got to have a sketchbook so I all have some ideas. I used to always have a sketchbook on hand so I could always kind of see an idea that I started and be like, yeah, I'm going to work on that and just draw that instead, you know, blow it up and make it bigger or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't have as much time to plan today or even to think. I thought about doing a whole wrestling thing, like just Raphael giving Michelangelo a pile driver or something. Just I don't know, just something weird like that. But I don't know.
The black Archie custom.
Man, I'm not surprised you are one of those who carry a sketchbook everywhere. I'm not surprised at all.
I used to, yeah. I used to have one everywhere all the time, but it's a good practice to keep. But I never do
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I hate you guys. I hate your I have this friend here in Brazil. He's a cartoonist as well. He's doing a book for Dark Horse now, I guess. I think it's Dark Horse. It's called Gen Zero or something like that. I don't remember. And we were at the bar with all our friends talking, and he was with his fucking sketchbook drawing, talking to anyone. Fuck, man.
Okay, I have to interject here because at Granite, I was literally watching you finish my commission at the bar.
Oh, but that was work. That is work. That's different. You pay me money for that. That's different.
Oh,
Yeah.
not
That
enough.
was a
That
job.
piece was beautiful.
There is something nice about drawing in a pub, though. I used to really like that. Just find a table with some friends and just like whether we're drawing on coasters or whatever. It can be kind of fun, but there's a time and place for it for sure.
It's funny hearing about like artists.
I'm just kidding, man. I'm actually jealous of that. I've tried to, you know. I have
Yeah,
some
no, I get it.
sketchbooks,
Yeah,
but it doesn't work for me like that.
yeah.
I think I hate drawing actually.
It's definitely a love-hate relationship for me. Like I know for me, everyone's like, Mike, what do you do when you're not drawing? Like, what do you do on your day off? And I'm like, I draw. You know,
You're like, day off?
and it's because it's like, I think, first of all, the concept of a day off is very weird. But if I do have a day where I have nothing to do, there's a good chance I'm just going to pick up some paper and draw, and that's when maybe I'll make something really good because there's no attachment to it. There's no work. There's no editor hanging over my head for it. Like none of that. It's just free time that I can spend doing something. It's very rare when that happens, for sure. But yeah.
See, that's the thing is you can't lose the love of drawing for fun. You can't let.
Yeah, and it's really important that you say that because it's a really like anything, it can just be a job. It can just be a job. And I mean, I've had assignments where I've had to slap myself awake and say, look, 2 years ago you would have killed to have a job like this, and now you're literally doing this job, and you're maybe it's not coming easily, or I'm not feeling a spark for it or something like that. And it's like, what happened to the part of me that was just so grateful and hungry to be doing any kind of work, no matter what it is? I think that part of you just gets tired sometimes, and you got to get in touch with what's important about drawing and why it's important to you. And you got to remind yourself why you got started with drawing to begin with. The idea of doing it as a way of making a living or paying for any kind of a life it was only just something that I would dream about. It never seemed like it was something that could be reality. And now it's been reality for me for the last 25 plus years now. But if I don't take the time to actually just sit and do a drawing for the sake of doing a drawing with nothing attached to it, that's it's easy to slip away and lose sight of those things.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a real tragedy when that happens. I know people who just simply haven't picked up a brush in so long, or a pencil, and I know if they do, I know it will just wake it up inside of them again, and that monster will come back to life again. But some people put it down, and they just get busy with life. They get busy with their kids, job, whatever, and it just doesn't become a thing that's that's tenable. And yeah, man, it's super important if you're making art or you used to make art to keep making art in some capacity. It doesn't have to be the same thing you were doing. Maybe you're picking up a piece of clay and you're sculpting, or maybe maybe you're just creating a really elaborate character in a video game, but you're flexing those creative muscles anyway in some capacity. Nothing for me will ever beat drawing just as a practice and a habit. But yeah, it's really hard to lose sight of it, man. We used to do this when we were kids because, for me, I sucked at sports and I wasn't fit, and so I would just draw. You know what I mean? Kids would go out and play at recess, and I'd be I'd stay in. I'd ask for permission to stay in the class and draw. I just wanted to draw all the time.
Rich.
So.
No, I'm just kidding with you, man. But you're right.
I know.
It happened. It happened to me. At some point, I don't know. It just became a job.
Yeah.
And sometimes I struggle with that to find that, because when I was in school, I was every single free time I had, I was drawing, I was doing comics, I was doing something, and right now it's sometimes it's the last thing I want to do is to be drawing, is to and it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to, and it's not a good feeling actually.
No. No, you've been doing this a long time. I know, I have, and I feel like, for me, so much of my self-worth and my self-identity is wrapped up in my drawing and my ability to draw and my ability to draw with confidence. And man, there's just some days when you just stare at that blank page and it's like you're looking up at an endless cliff that you can never climb, and you have to just keep on finding a different approach, finding something that works, and because it's work, and someone's waiting for that work on the other end. So you don't get the luxury of being able to say, well, I can't draw today like I am today. You don't get to do that in the real world because someone's still waiting for that fucking drawing, man. And the colorist has to color it, and the letterer has to letter it, and maybe you're the guy holding up the whole chain, and I've been that guy, and it's a shitty guy to be. You don't want to be that guy, but I've been that guy many times just because of the way the beast of making comics lives sometimes, yeah, crazy.
I mean, does it make it easier when it's a subject matter you enjoy?
It should, in theory, but what I'm finding as I get older is that the only thing I'm concerned about is getting it done on time, and then moving on. It's kind of like right now. I've spent the last week or so doing a cover because I've been juggling other stuff, but I've been doing a cover, for a big company, and it's something that I would have been thrilled to work on, in the past. Like I would have jumped for joy. But this week it just fell on a bad week, and they took 3 weeks to get back to me about my rough sketch, and they ate up all this time, and now it's a big rush to get it done. And like the spirit that I wanted, the joy that I wanted to experience from working with this franchise, it just evaporated in the just the smoke of it being work, of it being a machine, a thing that has to get finished, right? So it's sad. It's a sad tragedy that comes out of it sometimes. Like I always lament that, you come to a point in your career when it gets like that sometimes, but it's not like that all the time. Sometimes I'm just, I all I have to do is remember the days when I used to like dig trenches for a living, or do like really, heavy menial work, and I used to, break my body doing that for, back when minimum wage was like $6.12 an hour. You know what I mean? Killing myself doing hard labor. I remember those days, and then I think back to like a day where I'm having a hard time drawing, and it's like, it's not such a bad day.
But it's still stressful,
Yeah, well,
just one way or another, man. It wears on you.
You still got to deliver. You still got to deliver at the end, and whether you feel like drawing or not, that drawing's got to get done.
Right.
And that's it.
It's like you said, you originally had an opportunity to do connecting covers.
Yeah.
But you got sick.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we had big plans for that Armageddon game series. We had an 8-cover connecting thing that we had planned, and I didn't know at the time. I was pretty terrified with the state of my health, and I didn't know what I could commit to. I didn't want to leave anyone high and dry if something went wrong or something went sideways with my health, and I couldn't deliver. So yeah, I didn't want to take the risk, and so I shut that project down, unfortunately. But I was looking forward to that, and that was actually TMNT 130. 132, is that the cover I did? 133, 132. I can't.
Yeah,
132. That was actually the last cover that I've done. That was in June when I did the artwork for that. So and I've just yesterday finished a cover. That was like my first gig I've had in a while, a cover gig in a while. So it felt nice to have it. That was the other thing too. Like I finally had a cover gig again, and I just couldn't get that engine to fire up, And I think it might just be a little bit of burnout. Like I literally just might need a break, need to work on something else. My plan is to spend the next 2 months working almost entirely on getting Dodge finished, the final issue of Dodge, get it drawn and get it ready so we can do the Kickstarter in early 2023 and have the 4th issue all set to go for everybody. And I'm really excited about doing that, and it might actually mean that I step away from social media for a time and just show up here on Saturdays and draw with you guys, because I really need to focus. And it's I hate having to turn down other jobs. I get really cool jobs that come in now and then, but I really need to get my comic done. And
Go the way of Carl.
yeah, I might go that way a little bit because just to get things done, like just because I know myself and I know it took me a long, I go through periods with when I'm drawing sequential art where I feel like it's going very quickly and then I have these big stalls and I just want to really stay focused on this one and get this one done and really deliver, it'll just feel nice. It'll feel nice to have a whole story finished and to be able to move on. So that's what I'll be doing the next little while. So if you don't see me online a whole lot, that's why. It's because I'm drawing something else. Alrighty. So yeah, I guess we'll definitely be having a volume 3 of tags if we're gonna have all these artists on here kicking ass every week. It's been great. It's been great having it back.
Yeah. Well, now that we went weekly,
Yeah.
there's so much. I don't know, man. These volume 3 is gonna have to be like double sized.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Square bound, oversized. We'll make it like Last Ronin style.
That's right. Do a
Doesn't fit
hardcover
in a
art
bag. You have to make a custom bag to fit it.
I heard the new Ronin series was gonna have regular sized formatting again, right?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah,
From Lost Years. Yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
Are they still going to charge
that-
$8 a book?
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still oversized in terms of pages, from what I've heard, but the size of the actual book.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Right on.
Because I remember how hard it was for people to, people were custom making bags and boards, because there was no bag and board that would.
Oh
fit in.
man. Oh yeah. I've like people send me their books to sign or whatever, those variant covers, and I was always amazed at the way people would have them wrapped up in different ways. Some people had like these perfectly fitting ones, and then other people were like, it's like 3 inches too big on one side. Some people were definitely hand cutting them and making them.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, a lot
making
of people
custom.
were just putting them in regular magazine bag and board.
Yeah,
know?
magazine bags. Yeah.
But it was that weird size where like it was too small for a magazine bag.
Yeah.
But like it barely fit inside a Golden Age bag.
Yeah.
I just I remember when they first put out that ash can, the original ash can with the different art on it. They originally said that all the books were going to be the size of that ash can, which was even bigger than the regular books. And I was like, "There's no way people are going to have to put these in treasury bags."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the ash can was beautiful too. I love Andy's work. I thought it was gorgeous. Really gorgeous stuff.
Yeah, it was cool to see the difference in the art when they.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, the Scorza brothers, man, they're amazing. I kind of got to meet them at Granite. They were sitting kind of behind me, and I remember I went over and just like they were both drawing, they were both doing just awesome stuff, and I was kind of like, I just flew into a whole thing, like showering them with praise, like just going on about how much I love their work and lots of hand gestures and just like talking. And then their manager came over. The manager came over and he was like, "So these guys don't speak any English at all." And I was like, "Oh shit, I've been talking to them for 5 minutes and they've just been sitting there politely, like nodding and smiling, occasionally giving each other weird looks like, what's he saying to us right now?" I didn't know. I didn't know at all. So that was I was embarrassed about that, but they were really nice, and I just love their work. Yeah, their work's beautiful.
Yeah, luckily anytime I had something to say, Luis was always right there.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Luis the Colorist. He's nice.
Yeah, Luis is a good guy. I
Mhm.
mean, it was cool to get to hang out with everybody at Granite, like
Yeah.
outside of the convention, when we were all hanging
Yeah,
out with you and Ben and everybody.
that was a big plus of the convention, because since everyone was in the same place,
Yep.
it's like the convention ended and then it continued on the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Either that or we would walk down the street to whatever bar was available.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my
usually the
one
best
regret
part
about that's my one regret about Granite was that I didn't get to spend a lot of time with you guys after the show hours. I'll be honest with you, Friday I was so busy drawing remarks for people that I ended up just going back to my hotel room with like 20 more remarks to draw. And I just ended up just drawing all night in my hotel room, which was okay. But I was like, as the nights ticked by and the show was coming to an end, I'm like, I haven't hung out with any of these guys. Like I've just been up in the hotel room drawing, and I mean that's what I do at all the shows. Like that's just kind of what I do. But I really miss out on the social stuff, and that's so much of what that show is about. When you have all these amazing artists there, at the same time.
Yeah.
So next year you're going to see a different version. I'll be much less serious guy. Much less serious guy.
Well, I remember you saying like that first day you broke your own personal record of drawing or something like that.
Yeah, being in that room, that little focused room, was it called, like the penstock room or whatever it was called? That was something else, that kind of bar they had us in. Yeah, that was amazing. That was like I just sat down and started drawing turtles, man, and then the day was over and I had drawn like 10,000 turtles, and it was time to go back to the hotel room and keep drawing turtles. It was really something else. Like I won't forget it. And that was, that show was coming off the heels of having done Fan Expo a couple weeks before, which was like, that one's Canada's biggest show, and and it's a gigantic show for sure. But like the kind of response I got to my work in Granite was just like next level, like nothing I'd ever experienced compared to that before. So that was very, very cool.
Did you just do Winnipeg?
We had done Winnipeg the last year.
Oh,
the one that I just did was HalCon 2 weeks ago in Halifax.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one you did with Hugh.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we had an awesome weekend in Halifax, man. Awesome people out there. It's a really good little show.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to get Hugh out to Granite next year.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. Well, some of you got to meet him in New York, and
that was amazing. Like once I heard he was there, I ran over to his booth. Like,
yeah, no, he came back telling me about how you guys all took care of him and how everyone was just so cool, and he got to hang out with like Randy and Sibo and everybody, and he was just super. Yeah, man, he had nothing but high praises for you guys. He can't wait for Granite. Like he's stoked to come back, or to come to it. I can't wait to come back. I can't wait to do that road trip again. Actually, we're gonna try to get some extra days so we can spend a little bit more time around there and do some exploring, because I thought it was a nice part of the States I hadn't spent a lot of time exploring before.
Real quick,
you didn't have any
quick,
issues
just to make an announcement. So Mateus dropped out. I think his battery died.
Oh no!
So I'm gonna try to reach out to him here. So for everybody who's watching, notice that Mateus is not there now. So just want to give a quick update.
All right.
As you were.
As you were. Did you guys just drive straight home after Granite this year, or
we went to who are you talking to? Sorry, me?
You, yeah.
Yeah, no, we went to that night we drove out to Maine, and my wife had booked a hotel room kind of near the water's edge. We really wanted to get to the ocean before we had to head home, so we drove out that way. What was the name of the place we went to the first night? We basically just got to the coast. We just beelined to the coast and then stayed there for a night, and then kind of hung around for the morning. Walked around on this one beach there in Maine. Got about knee deep into the ocean. Would have swam there all day if we had the time, but we had to. I can't remember why, but we had to leave. We only had a couple of hours to hang around the beach, but it was really nice. And then we drove up through Quebec on the way home, and it was just a good trip. The whole trip was nice. We hadn't done something like that in a long time, so it was a really nice thing. If the show had been 2 weeks later, we would have seen all of that, all those fall colors on the drive home, because like the whole drive home is just beautiful. Beautiful greenery all the way.
Yep. Now everything's changed colors and dropped.
Oh yeah, everything's just gray and dead here now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm dreading the arrival of real snow.
Yeah.
We've just had flurries for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Not sure how well this is coming through in the camera here, but probably kind of dark.
Eric Smith said, I want to come to Granite this year 100%, but no way I'm missing 2024. I've been hearing that from a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
know
people
what?
are talking about skipping this next year because of the 2024 being the anniversary.
The 40th anniversary. Yeah, no, I get that. But see, I'm honor bound to return now to defend my belt. I actually probably might have skipped a year as well, and maybe tried like I know the reason I went to Granite was because my trip to Africa kind of fell through. I was supposed to be doing a show in Africa that weekend. And I know they've invited me back for next year, but I don't know if it's the same weekend or not. But no, I've already got that weekend booked to return to Granite and defend my belt. I'm looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be great. That was a good time. Although I think it'd be cool if we could do it in such a way, like rather than do like three kind of short, quick drawings. I think it'd be cool to make the session like a whole hour, and just actually like, I don't know, we could all just work on one drawing and make it wicked. You know what I mean? Like have an hour to actually spend on something and make it cool. Because I was just slapping stuff down as big and loud as I could, just to. We only had 10 minutes to get through each challenge, and it was tricky. Like I had to kind of do more of an impressionistic approach with a brush pen, just try to get anything to happen, because it was it was not much time to process an idea.
Interesting how the champ's trying to change the rules all of a sudden.
Well, if anyone can change the rules, it should be the champ, I think.
Hey, listen, we'll just make it like the hardcore belt. Then it'll be 24/7 rules.
Yeah.
So Vance or Mateus could take the belt from you tonight.
It's no, it's like when like Ric Flair would change up the rules if he was like, if he was the champ, he wanted to like stack the odds in his favor. He could do stuff like that. I think it'd be just more of a better use of our a better showcase of what we do. Is to actually give us about an hour to like grind out, even if it's just something small and cool, but give us a chance to showcase what we do, because for a lot of people 10 minutes is not really enough time to like even get like the ghost of a gesture sketch down on the page. Like if you're trying to build a structure or build any kind of scene, it's not very much time. But it would still made the challenge. I like the idea of it being a random challenge from the crowd for sure.
Right.
But I just think maybe like a longer drawing session would be cooler.
It's like Marlon is saying that they should do a sketch off where everybody draws a piece and they all connect at the end.
Yeah, that could be tricky, but definitely possible. Connecting pieces are always fun. I know Sibo has plans for Hugh and I to do a connecting piece in his sketchbook.
Sibo's the master of connecting pieces.
Oh yeah. He sent me like 10 or 12 books. He wants me to do like a whole connecting whole connecting thing with those, so that could be kind of fun.
Yeah, I think his record is like 30 or 32 books or something. Yeah. I think it's a Ben Bishop, maybe.
Is that Ben? I was gonna say, is that Ben?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little snippets I'm seeing of Ben's stuff in the last Ronin are looking so good, man. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm super bummed I'm not doing a cover for that book. I'd love to, but I get it. Like,
well, I mean, there's 5 issues, man.
yeah,
Hopefully you can get in on one of them, you know?
I'd love to, man. I know the minimums are set really high though, so it's made it really hard for smaller retailers to cross that bridge, you know. Even partnering up a few stores together, like it's still a big order of books, man. Like it's a lot, you know.
Stefan, you telling me Frozen Beach can't put out a Ronin variant?
You know,
you're gonna co-fund that. Yeah, have you seen the requirements in order to do a variant cover with IDW?
Oh my god!
Specifically Ronin.
Yeah, you know, unless it's Rice, selling 2,000 of anything is a challenge. You know, it's a big challenge for sure. I mean, that's making the minimums like so crazy like that. That really, I don't know. It really makes it difficult for regular folks who want to be able to, you know, do that kind of thing.
I think what they were trying to do is still sell as many copies as they did when they had 100 million variants, but without having that many variants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, guys. Well, we are
Steve,
actually
you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Randy's just saying to pull your piece up a little bit so we can see it. Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah, deadline's brutal. So yeah. Anyway, we are at the 10 o'clock hour, guys. So
We are.
yeah. Time flies when shit goes sideways. I mean, we're having fun. So I'd like to.
Well, I had a blast.
Yeah, I say
man.
thanks everybody for showing up. And Mateus is back on with us real quick here as we close.
There we go.
Yeah.
We will
Wrapping
again.
it up.
The auctions will be tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. ish. Depending on when we get the art, but we'll target for 6 p.m. They'll run for 48 hours on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Yeah, Charles, you found the nerds too late, buddy. Where have you been? Right. Charles jumps in right as we're closing out. I miss him. Anyway, yeah. So Rob, thanks tonight for jumping in with us, man.
Oh, thank you for having me, man. That was a blast.
Yeah, we will definitely have you back on another TMNT night. So next week, for everybody who is unaware, is our hand turkey night.
Oh, that is next week, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. It is our first official hand turkey Thanksgiving evening. Joining us that evening will be Thomas Day, Michael Berglund, Kelly Williams, Casey Wilsons, and Bob. I'm going to butcher his last name. TKACIK.
I think it's pronounced Kachik, but I'm not
Kachik?
sure.
Randy will correct me later. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that'll be a fun night. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks on the 3rd for another TMNT night.
Sweet.
Yep. And that
Nice.
one, yeah. So we'll tease
I've
the
done it.
artists in that one. But again, guys, great art, beautiful.
I've done
pieces.
it. I've done it. It's complete.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at that! Holy crap!
Beautiful.
That's fantastic, man. Unbelievable.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow.
Pull it back just a little bit. Pull it back. You're a little too close. Oh, there it is. There you
look
go.
at that.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That is so killer, man. Amazing work.
thanks.
Amazing.
Let the
Yeah,
I
fight
need a
it was
proxy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for inviting me. It was really fun to be here.
Oh, it's great having you.
Yeah, it's
man.
great
Yeah,
having you
for
here.
sure.
Are you coming back to Granite next year, Mateus?
Oh, for sure.
All right, man. All right. The belt's on the line. You have to come.
Again, everybody have a great evening, and we will see you all next week.